And we're back. So today it's about the filming. We've learned about planning, found out about the equipment, had some of my illusions shattered about the kind of videos I'm going to do, but also much more excited about what I can actually smash out. I'm trying to understand the workflow, understand, how the strategy and how the planning is so important in terms of setting yourself up for success. So today we're actually going to put it all together. We're going to do some filming. So super excited about that. So, Brendan, thanks very much for this, the homework that you left me. I went and thought through the equipment. I'm learning a lot in this process. So what I'd love to do, the first video I'd like to do is a how-to video, almost like the do's and don'ts of of creating video for social media. How do you think we should put this together? What kind of shots do you think we should go? How would we actually go and plan the filming of this?
I would think with a video like that, it's you talking to camera mainly.
Okay.
And you sort of talking about your experience. I don't think you're going to need anybody else within it. So what we'll show you how to do that is how to light it, set it up, make sure you're comfortable in front of camera. We'll give you some tips on how you talk to camera, the way you speak in terms of how you speak to the camera as opposed to you're not speaking to a person really. We'll show you how to light it, we'll show you how to hide the mics, put the mics on, that kind of thing. Really this is where it starts to become more practical. So once we've shown you that, you have a good grasp of how to then use that knowledge across, whether you're filming yourself or you're filming somebody you're asking questions of. But it's this is one of the key types of videos it's good to learn is, that filming a person talking to camera.
Fantastic. And those are the kind of videos that I want to do. So it fits into the, from a planning point of view. It sounds like it's going to work with the equipment that I have. I'm not going to need a degree in video post-production to get it done.
No.
But I will ask you for some help. So
no, that's fine. I mean, it's here again. We're talking about the planning to get to this stage.
Gotcha.
What you're sort of planning just before you start filming is your setup. So filming it, setting up the lights, setting up the sound equipment, setting up the camera, make sure it's got the right settings, that kind of thing. Preparing the subject in this essence is the location. So you haven't got kind of dirty dishes or something like that in the background you don't want to be seen. But everything in that picture should help tell the story of what you're seeing. So it's preparing you, it's preparing the location itself, and then it's keeping to the plan. If you remember back at our first lesson, I said you make an outline of what you want to say. It's making sure you've said those things before you finish filming, because it's not always easy to go back and try and pick that up again if lighting's changed or the environment's changed, that kind of thing. And then again, copy everything off the camera, make sure you've got backups. The boring bit, but it is the essential bit, because if you wipe it, you're going to have to do it again.
Yeah. Fantastic. All right. So the key things I want to focus on, I want to do something about lighting, I want to do something about sound, and I want to do something about planning, and just, a script. Like these are the three things I want to do. I'm really getting a sense that this is fundamental to this process, that the difference, it's not just going, hey, whipping out a phone and just saying some stuff and sending it. Really to take this to the next level, it's about being deliberate and being, okay, what is the outcome? And then creating it in such a way that it actually is then easier to execute.
Yeah, it's about, if you just go for it, you might talk for 10 minutes, but nobody's going to watch you for 10 minutes. If you plan out that you're going to do a minute or two on specific focus subjects and stick to those, that's what people want to hear.
Yeah. And I think when people are, given that the use case of these videos is going to be social media, people are going to be doing other stuff. That these are, we can't guarantee that there's going to be 10, 15 minutes of focused activity.
No, not nowadays, no.
In this. I want to be, quick, to the point, and planning and being deliberate about that, allows me to be more efficient with my time, but also more efficient with my audience's time to make sure that I'm actually getting my point across and not wasting their attention that I've worked so hard to earn.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason once you've given them an overview of what information is available, you can then make a 10-minute video about that specific information, whether it's product demonstrations or things like that. But you need to feed the audience to that. They're not going to sit down and watch that 10-minute video. You need to, tell them about the product, tell them about benefits, tell them about features, all that kind of thing, and kind of drip feed that information before you give them the kind of long form information that has really details in it. Before you give them that really long, detailed video.
Yeah. mean, it's interesting. It sounds like, on the one hand, it's easier to shoot shorter videos because you only have to be on point for a short amount of time. Being actually on point and saying useful things for 10 minutes suddenly seems like a whole lot of work.
Yeah.
And
you need to plan it. You need to probably have a script. You either need to learn the script or have it on auto cue, or you do it as a Q&A session. Again, if it's not planned, it's just going to be free form. It's not going to work. The more kind of, for these types of videos you're talking about, the sort of do's and don'ts, the handy tips, that kind of thing, think in terms of sound bites. Think of, here's a question, here's an answer. And that answer is a sentence, maybe two, and maybe do 3 of those, and that takes you up to about 2 minutes. And after that, you've covered what you said you're going to cover in the video. Don't go too off-piste with it. It doesn't work.
Fantastic. So scale it down, keep it focused, don't try and do too much.
Exactly.
And plan.
And plan.
Fantastic. All right. Thanks, Brendan. Let's go give it a go. So today, some do's and don'ts of shooting video with your camera. So firstly, definitely do use landscape mode. You might have noticed some of my previous videos, I used portrait mode. Create a lot of weird sort of empty space above and next to me. This is easily avoidable using landscape mode. Also useful to talk about composition, which is, you might have noticed those grid lines on your camera app. Those are there to show you where the best places are to put your content. So you might see that I'm actually a lot better positioned inside the frame, the content, myself, my head, my chest here, and the monitor here next to me actually forming quite a pleasing symmetry, and it's well composed within the frame. So that's what those grid lines are there for. All right, so next up we want to talk about lighting. Now, lighting, be aware of your lighting, plan your lighting, understand where your light sources are. If you don't have the benefit of some good professional lighting, make sure that the light source is coming from in front of you rather than behind you. If you've got the benefit of some lighting, you can use it to balance out your space. So here we've got some natural lighting coming onto my left. We're balancing them out with some additional lighting on the right. And you'll see what happens when we turn this off. Yeah, you'll notice it's quite different. So turn it back on, turn it back on, turn it back on. All right, amazing. So there we go. So that's back on. So that's the benefit of good lighting. And then I'm sure you're hearing me a lot more clearly as well. It's because I'm mic'd up. So using the default microphone within your phone will give you a certain level of audio, but you'll notice there's a marked difference between this and previous videos. If you need a reminder, I'm just going to switch to the normal audio. Yeah, you'll see the sound a little bit more different. Okay, let's switch it back up, and excellent. Right, so now we're back up to professional level audio. You'll notice it sounds quite different. Now, last up is eye contact. Now, you might have noticed I'm looking right at you. What I used to be doing was staring at my own reflection in the phone and having the phone so that I could see what was recording. Whereas now I've got the back camera, and you'll notice that when I'm looking at the camera, it's a completely different experience because it should feel like I'm speaking directly to you. So that's just a quick video, some do's and don'ts. My first video after having leveling up from Brendan from Dangerous Studios, giving me these tips. I want to impart this knowledge onto you. So just to recap, landscape mode, good composition, good lighting, good audio, and good luck.